It is the dream of every entrepreneur to build a business or a brand that has credibility in the eyes of the public and has heavy public demands. But to build a business is one thing. To drive your business and your brand to the point where it has a strong public image and credibility in the eyes of the public is quite another story. Having said this is one of the reasons why I have written the book, The 10x Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business. It speaks directly to this issue. So do permit me to introduce myself, and today I want to talk to you about steps that you can take to build a brand that is credible and has strong public demand. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author, self-published multiple best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkits and Billionaire Codes. The book that I will be talking from today is my new book titled The 10x Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business. Now, in starting a business, one of the key focus of the modern entrepreneur is to be able to drive that business to the point where it has credibility and to the point where there is strong public demand for that brand. But to attain this is not necessarily the easiest thing. A number of systematic approaches must be observed, must be adopted and applied in order to reach that point of brand credibility. And in my book, The 10x Branding and Marketing, The Psychology of Doing Business, I speak about this. Some of the concepts that you're introduced to at the very beginning is concepts like brand traits optimization. And this is a concept that you cannot disregard because it speaks about your brand, it speaks about the traits of your brand, and how relevant are those traits to the specific target market. And these are things that you must know because you're building a brand not for you. You're building a brand, a business to add value and to fix problems. And as you set out to fix those problems, the needs, wants, it must be 101% aligned to the needs, wants, and expectations of people. Absolutely necessary. So that's ground zero. We then move on to look at brand visibility optimization, brand reach optimization, brand impact optimization, brand conversion optimization. Now, at this point of conversion, it's important for you to stop and recognize what is happening here because you make impact, but you just don't want to have a one-time conversion. You want to have lifetime conversion. But do you have any systems in place to attain this? Because it is from the lifetime conversion that you're able to consistently cash flow the brand and achieve the business objective. From this point, we walk you through the concept that we call brand confidence optimization, brand trust optimization, before you get to brand credibility optimization. So as you can see very clearly, there's a number of systematic systems that must be observed when you are desirous of getting the business, driving that business to the point where it has public trust, confidence, credibility, and heavy public demand. So this is only some of the systems that you will learn in this book. Along with this, we really allow you to get comfortable with the concepts behind systemization. You see, success in business is not automatic. And success in business, there's no secrets. But what there is systems. And the more you commit the time, talent, and resources to understand these systems, it's going to make it much easier for you to optimize the level of success that you can attain. Now let's talk a little bit about systemization. In my book, I introduce you to a very unique concept that we call the System Value Proposition 101. Now, the System Value Proposition 101, it speaks about your value proposition. It speaks about the systemization of your value proposition, and it speaks about the exceptional quality that that brand must have. Now, in your value proposition, I continue to emphasize it's important for you to understand your brand intention value traits, your brand expectation value trait. And all of this we explain in the book so you have that clear mental picture of what the System Value Proposition 101 represents. If you go into the public place with a business and a brand, you must be in a strategic position to add value and fix problems. We explain that. We then move on to look at system transparency. You want to be transparent with your value proposition. Your target market must be in a position of strength to understand what is your value proposition, how that value proposition is going to impact their lives. You want to then move to another step. You want to look at system consistency. You don't want to build your value proposition out in one way, create transparency, and not be consistent with the deliverable. These are key points for you to take away when you read this book. Along with this, when you study with us at the 10X Blueprint Academy, our mentor and coach and supporters will be working with you to ensure that you get the concept and you can effectively apply this concept. Along with this, we talk about system accountability. You want to have every department that is responsible to communicating your value proposition to the specific target market, to the public, to be accountable for this entire process. Because again, in the absence of accountability, you are likely to have a runaway train. And that's the last thing that you want when you're attempting to build out your business and your brand in the minds of your customer and drive it to that point where it has credibility. So these are just some of the little nuggets that I'm giving you today. But when you get my book, the 10X Branding and Marketing, the Psychology of Doing Business, and when you come into our classes at the 10X Blueprint Academy, you will really get these information that can literally transform your life. I want to put some more icing on the cake. In this book, the 10X Branding and Marketing, the Psychology of Doing Business, you will also be learning how to grab attention, how to pique interest, how to arouse desire, how to get the customer interaction. And once you get that customer interaction, is how to make impact. Once you make an impact, you want to now ask yourself, how do I convert first-time users into lifetime customers? You see, most businesses, the customer experience begins and ends with the transfer of a product or a service and the collection of the funds. But there's no effective before, during, and after sales services. In most cases, when you look at the back end, the after sales services, you're not seeing a whole lot. We look at all of this and we really give you a game plan. The book really speaks at depth about building out a systematic game plan that ensures that once you reach that point of impact, once you reach that point of conversion, that you're converting for life. Here again, these are all of some of the elements that you need to understand in terms of building confidence, trust, and credibility in the eyes of the public. Now, I'm saying all of this and I'm fully aware that this is not going to be for everyone because the cost associated with building out your business and your brand to attain and reach that point of public credibility and to increase, public demand, it's cost intensive. You have to have an advertising copywriter that is working with you to script your value proposition. You would have to have them to develop your value proposition for radio, television, newspapers, social media. And then you have to have a budget in place to place these advertising content in the appropriate communication channel. These are absolutely necessary things for you to understand. But I'm also fully aware that many businesses do not have the startup capital or the capital to invest in this platform. To add to this, we have taken all of this into consideration, and we will be introducing you to our financial intelligence platform, where you will learn how to leverage the DCM, the debt capital market, how to leverage the ECM, the equity capital market, how to leverage the CCM, the credit capital market, and how to leverage the SCM, the smart capital market. Now, if you're in business and you do not understand this marketing mix, it means that you are leaving the negotiation table with monies on the table. All right, you're leaving the negotiation table with cash on the table, and you're in business to cash flow maximize. So it's important that you commit the time, talent, and resources to understand this content that we're talking about. So when you move from that negotiation table, when you walk from that negotiation table, you have all the cash that you're deserving to have, that you can now pump back into your business to leapfrog your business, to scale your business in a way that it can have stronger impact on the public, stronger impact on the specific target market, and stronger impact on your bank account. So again, I want to encourage you to reach out to us at Global Capital Inc. Reach out to us at the 10X Blueprint Academy. We are here to serve and support you. We have a team of certified public accountants, business consultants. We are working with private equity investors, venture capitalists, and private equity investors that are committed to a process of helping you to move your business to another level. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the self-published, best-selling author for several books, including Manager's Toolkits and Business Billionaire Codes. I talked to you today from my last book, which is the 10X Branding and Marketing, the Psychology of Doing Business. Be blessed, and see you in the next broadcast.